If you're having trouble with mathematics, numbers getting problematic, don't you panic. Check MathWiz, the best math tutor on the planet. From fraction to algebra, simple maths, add up some trigonometry into that. Learning math is fun with MathWiz, and that's a fact. We're rooting for you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another MathWiz Academy video. This is part 2 of our solving past paper questions. As would have been mentioned in the first video, there are some prerequisite topics that you would need to, have mastered just so that you will function comfortably throughout my explanation. So the first one is our solving video. The second one, is grouping like terms. And then the third is expansion, specifically single bracket. And then the fourth would be positive and negative numbers. Of course, once you have already mastered those, then feel free to go ahead and just jump right into the remainder of the video. All right, so we're going to go through 2 more past paper questions. The first of which is going to be May 2008, and this is question 2C. And it reads 15 minus 4x is equal to 2, 3x plus 1. Right? So the first thing we do is to handle the expansion. So if you have not mastered the expansion and you didn't watch the first video, then you definitely want to, at this point, go ahead and click on the link to watch that video. Right? So 2 times 3x is going to give us 6x. Right? And then we're going to have 2 times positive 1. Please note I'm making a reference to the sign. So 2 times positive 1 is going to give us positive 2. For those persons who have, maybe if this is your first video, welcome. Just to let you know how we do things here. So I do use a lot of colors. It is a big part of the MathWiz method, just to ensure that students are able to follow, and so you understand where the numbers are coming from. And so, I just want to always emphasize for you to be looking at the colors because they are related and they're supposed to help you visually see what is, or visually process, what is happening. All right, so at this point, we want to decide what side to carry our letters, because we want to carry all the letters to one side and the numbers to one side. So I clearly have minus 4x and 6x. And it's like you have $600. Somebody else has minus 400. Clearly, the minus is smaller. And we want to take the letters to the side where the letter is bigger. So since 6x is bigger, I want to take the letters to the right-hand side. And it doesn't matter if you want to take your x's to the left. Some persons I know do prefer to function with their letters on the left at all times. That is perfectly fine. However, sometimes you will end up having some negatives that you don't necessarily need to have. But if you're comfortable with your positive and negative numbers, then that's also not an issue. So at this point, I am going to carry the 4x, or the minus 4x rather, to the right hand side, and it is going to become positive. So at this point now, you can click the link if you're not comfortable to go back over solving, because it's an important skill for you to be comfortable with what I am doing. Right? So at this point, we have our letters on one side, which is the 6x and the 4x, but that 2 is out of place. So let us see what color we can use. All right, so the 2, the positive 2, I'm going to take it to the other side, and it's going to become minus 2. So at this point now, we're good to go. So 15 minus 2 is 13, and 6x plus 4x. If you have 6 apples, somebody gives you 4 more. In total, you have 10. All right, and then to close off this section, The 10, which is multiplied, when we take it to the opposite side, we will divide. Right? So your answer for this question is x would be equal to 13 over 10. I know some persons maybe want it in decimal form. So if you had 1.3, that's also fine. All right, so that's the first question. So once you've mastered that, if you're not, you can always go over. This is the beauty of, these videos. You can literally go through them at your own pace. So we are going to go through our second question for this video. And it is going to be May 2018, question 2B. So while I'm erasing, you can go ahead and just ensure that you have a new page out for your notebook. All right, so we have May 2018, and it is question 2B, part I. Right, and we have 3 over 2y is equal to 12. Now for a question like this one is a little bit different to the ones that we were doing before, however still solving. So at this point, if you're not comfortable or you've never seen something like this in the solving videos, we do go through questions that are similar. Right, so the first thing I would want to do is, technically we're going to move the entire fraction. Some persons know how to move it all at once, but of course we're catering for those persons who really and truly were trying to make this as simple as possible. So I would say the 2, which is quote unquote divided, because remember for us here at Math Academy, how we communicate it to you is that whenever you have fractions, your denominator is representing division, right? So the 2, which is divided, when you take it across, you're going to do the opposite, which is to multiply. Right, so we have 3y is equal to 12 times 2 is 24. Then the 3, which is multiplied, right, and we know that letters beside numbers or numbers beside letters mean multiplication, right? So 3y really means 3 times y, right? So just pointing that out in case anybody is wondering why I'm considering it multiplication. So then the y is going to be equal to 24 divided by 3. Right? And that's clearly going to give us 8. So your answer for this would be y is equal to 8. Alright everyone, so I hope this video was useful. If you have not already subscribed or shared with a friend, I encourage you to do so. We can all win. We can all get our one. So, just ensure that you are sharing with your networks and ensuring that we are helping as many students as possible. Even if it is you are somebody who has already failed the exam and you're redoing it, I just want to send a special encouragement to you to let you know that you are supported. As it says in the logo, we're rooting for you. And so I just hope you truly feel that way. Just go at your own pace. Do what you need to do. Of course, feel free to leave a comment below so that our students can feel encouraged and we can start to build that community. And yeah, until then, I will see you in the next video.